It's Friday! 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 Sometimes I like being me. All right. So here's the deal. It's 9:01 on a wonderful Friday evening. Kind of cold and gray here in Oh, meet Sir. This is Sir. He is not shy. He is rather loving and quite bothersome. I think he wants to go outside, but that's neither here nor there because you're not going anywhere. You just came in. Leave me alone. Wow. All right. That was Sir. So I was saying it's a pretty gray day here in Flint, Michigan. Has been for the last 2 days. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving. I'd be interested to hear how many of you celebrated this Thanksgiving and or are planning on celebrating Christmas. We forego. We did not have a large gathering at the house, nor did we go to a large gathering. I've kind of written off 2021 as over. I'm just going to stay dormant until the new year, and hopefully once better news of this pandemic hits, I'll feel more comfortable in being out and about. But who knows? Who knows? Things have changed. I mean, wow. Just the wearing of masks in public is what they call a paradigm shift for me, at least a paradigm shift. So I was trying to tell you that to tell you this. Mr. Bulu texted me a little early, said he was running a little behind. He wasn't going to make it back to his studio. Hey, he's not going to make it back to the Florida studio until about 9:30. So he'll jack in then when he gets here. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I know that I used to tell people I didn't watch TV, but a week after the election to the day, I started watching TV. Not TV per se, but political stuff. I wanted to actually delve into the mindset of the people who want to overturn the election. I wanted to get their perspective, and I wanted to understand them. Because before I tried to understand them and it, I thought it was just a bunch of foolishness. So I've been watching. I actually watched Fox News. I watched Fox News, guys. I watched Fox News, and I couldn't take any more than an hour and a half of watching it. I was, all I kept thinking about was the law that I heard about, and I might be wrong, in Canada, that the broadcasters, their equivalent of our FCC, put on broadcasters in Canada, and it's that you can't lie on television. So I mentioned it before, and somebody told me where they work around it. If it's not produced in Canada, it's not held to the same standard, blah, 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 blah. But the fact that a similar bill was introduced here and failed speaks volumes. speaks volumes. And I think it only applied to news and news agencies and things like that. They weren't expecting fantasy programming to stick to that and things like that. So I think it was just based on like maybe talk shows and news broadcasts. That said, I watched Fox News, I watched some CNN, I watched some C-SPAN, and I watched a bunch of. I even watched the Pennsylvania, or what I thought was the canvassing commission in Pennsylvania, deciding on the recounts and things like that, to find out that it was fake. It was not a official elector meeting, but a set up GOP thing. So that intrigued me. Giuliani was there, and the president called in, and they had some star witnesses that said that they couldn't get 200 feet, more than 200 feet in many cases, to ballot counters. They said that the technology, the flat screens that they were using to help, quote unquote, them monitor, were relics and couldn't be used. But what I found more amusing than anything else is no photographs. If these people saw all this misconduct, you would think there would be a picture somewhere of some of the stuff that they were talking about to support. And what I heard a lot of them say is that I have proof, but I don't think I need to show it to you. We all know kind of answers. And that put me aback. So I was really trying, really trying to get in their shoes. And the closest I could get, was understanding that there is some voting irregularities. Always are. With the addition of the same day voting and the mail in ballots, I'm sure it was overwhelming, and mistakes were probably made. I will not say that the number of mistakes that were required to overturn the election were made, but I'm sure mistakes were made, and I'm sure we'll get better at it. I am just kind of, is it hypocrisy? I don't know. I'm just kind of baffled, because in 2016, when their guy won and the AP announced it, they were just happy, giddy. They were listening to the polls. They were listening to all these things that they are now saying are crooked. So I'm wondering, just myself, why weren't they crooked in 2016? And if they weren't crooked in 2016, that means that while 45 was president, they weren't crooked. So that's a problem as well. I don't know. You guys tell me what you're thinking about this stuff. I don't know how deep you're getting into it, how many of you are vested in this, but I am really looking forward to 2021 and a new year. I am looking forward to our new president behaving presidential, and hopefully in some way, shape, or form, bringing into the fold some of these folks. Not all of them. All of them, I wouldn't want them. Their skew of reality is frightening, to say the least. Frightening. I learned some other things that I did not know. The QAnon, is it a phenomenon, or is it a distraction? It is just weird. It is super weird. But I mean, if we think about Jimmy Jones in Guyana, and we think about the Waco folks, and we think about similars, but to watch, was it CNN or Fox? One of them said that the QAnon people were running for office, and 6 of them ran for, and I don't think it said they won the offices, but they showed that. They also showed QAnon symbols in Trump's background, a woman wearing a T-shirt with a big Q on it, and I just don't know. I just don't know. I often wonder what my dad would think. I mean, I remember being a kid and watching my dad and his friends watch these political things, and I just thought it was the most stupid, most boring thing in the world. What are they watching? Nobody's getting hit with seltzer water. Nobody's, there's no laugh track. What is this stuff? But they would debate into the wee hours of the night after watching these things. And I had no interest. And then to find myself uh, watching them. I mean, the first ones I really, really watched as far as debates were concerned was 2016. 2016 when Barack ran. Was that the first time? Yeah, that was the first time. Yeah. No, that was the second time. But I watched the debates and I kind of got hooked. Um, Other than realizing that they weren't really designed to answer my questions, that they were more or less, they'd ask you a question, is the sky blue? And he'd start out, blue skies aren't the matter here. What the problem is, and they would go on to answer whatever question they needed to get out into the public. If they wanted to talk about health care or it wasn't police reform back then, um, climate change and whatnot, they would take the opportunity to skew and just do whatever they wanted to do. Oh, good. That said, I was bouncing around today, and I don't know if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this. And I saw some pretty groovy stuff. I started watching the. I don't know if you guys are Borat fans. I am not, but something just made me want to watch it, and it is scary to say the least. But the premise of the movie is that he is taking a gift of his daughter to Mike Pence to help get his country back in the good graces of the United States. So I've laughed maybe 3 times out loud, and I'm about 20 minutes into it. So I think I'm gonna watch it. I think I'm gonna watch it. Let's talk technology. I'm gonna talk technology here for a second. I got an Apple TV that I just resurrected. I was really excited about it probably about a year and a half ago when we first got it. And really, what I liked the most about the Apple TV was the screensaver. Apple had commissioned some drone pilots to just do some fabulous, fabulous drone work. And they would be over Dubai, and they would be over Singapore, and they would be over Korea and Africa and New York City and Los Angeles. They were just fabulous, fabulous slow motion drone shots that just really made you wonder if it was real. I mean, you're watching traffic, and the traffic's not merging and passing the way it is, so you're thinking it's CGI kind of stuff. So I don't know. Some of it may have been, and some of it may have not been. But I think the footage of Dubai, or I think it was Japan, Seoul, it was a night shot. And as you watch the cars on the highway, it just didn't seem like, for sure, American traffic. There was nobody weaving in and out. There's no tailgating. Everybody was going the same. So I think that one was a simulation. But I digress. Hooked the Apple TV back up the other day and was trying to run it to the other room, and it says that I need a HDCP HDMI cable. Never heard of it. That's a question for Timmy. HDCP HDMI cable. So I'm assuming the HD is high definition. And I'm going to say CP complex perplexer. That looked good to me. Complex perplexer. I like it. I like it. But and for those of you who don't know how Apple TV works, it's kind of like an Apple phone. You know, there are icons on the desktop that you click on, and that icon can be CBC, CBS, Netflix, Hulu, Disney, Fox, and there's a plethora of these broadcasters, for lack of a better word, that offer software for you to download and utilize on your device. However, when you click on one of the applications like NBC, it makes you go to a website on your laptop. Can't do it on the Apple TV. You got to go on your phone or your laptop and enter some code. And then that code tries to connect you with either your Xfinity account or AT&T account to give you access to NBC. Now, I've got the lowest cable package there is. I've got what it takes to get channel 17 up in here so that I can watch and monitor Flint's public access television station. So I think at best we go to 23 or 24 channels, or lowest essentials, or whatever it is. But I'm assuming that NBC, CBS, and all those guys are in the essential package. Well, when I do my little login thing, that says no, not included. You have to pay $5.99 a month to access NBC. So now I have to decide whether to waste an hour, 15 minutes, half hour, calling to Xfinity to find out why I can't jack in online. And I guess next power outage while I'm on the phone with them anyway. Did you guys do the power outage last week? We lost internet on Thursday and Friday. And then no sooner than the internet came up, we lost power on Friday and Saturday. It was a non-electronic day, or a couple of days, here in Carriagetown. And I know that the outage just really affected a small area, less than 100 homes, from like University and Mason Street to maybe Welch and ML King. It was just a small swatch. So I'm assuming it was some type of car accident or something along that lines. Let's see. I got a message from Timmy here. I bet you he needs the link. How did I guess? Now, I don't know why I send him the link 3 times earlier in the day for him to constantly say, send me the link. Hold on a second. Let's do this. Can I spell it? STREAMYARD. StreamYard.com. StreamYard.com. And it is front slash. You guys can join us. It's an open code. I put it in the announcement so that people can join the conversation as they see fit. So it is RD6G. I got that. G. 9. RHHY. Where's the Y? YX. That should do it. That should do it. All right, he's got that. That was 43 minutes ago. I haven't been on that long. I've been on 18 minutes. When did he send that? Oh, that's all right. It'll work. All right, let's do this because we can. Hello. Oh, I wonder what happens if I green screen this guy. I don't know if I can. You think I can? This machine is not fast enough, I don't think. Let's see. Just for the heck of it, I'm going to try. And we'll put that. Ooh, that's pretty bad. How's that? I kind of like it. I got palm trees behind me. Hey, classy. Maybe we should do something else. Let's do this. There you go. Eclectic Ramblings. That makes more sense. So I was talking about the Apple TV. All right. So I decided to give up on the networks. I'm going to do the ABC, the CBS because I had such a bad time with NBC. So then I tried Apple. They had a list of movies and TV shows, and I clicked on a TV show. I can't remember the name of the show now, but it wanted me to pay $5.99, no, $3.99 for the show, or $19.99 for the season. Oh, I know what it was. It was Young Sheldon. That's what it was, Young Sheldon. So I'm like, wow. I mean, one of my plans has to include Young Sheldon. Young Sheldon is on network television. Why would I pay an additional fee to watch? So needless to say, I didn't do it. But I found that everything that I wanted to watch on the Apple TV had a fee to it. All I had to do was watch the trailer, and then it would take me to a page to pay for or buy. So I already have a subscription to Hulu. Marky has a subscription to Netflix. Paul, I have a subscription to Disney as well. So I've got subscriptions to all these services. So I just went to them and actually to Hulu and typed it in, no Sheldon. So they're reserving some stuff. This stuff is changing. I mean, I think that because we can't go to the movies anymore, they are maximizing it. I don't think it used to be like this. I remember when I first plugged in the Apple TV, if I clicked on something, it would ask me, how would you like to watch it? In other words, it would say, hey, this is available for free on one of these three subscriptions that you have. You want to go to Hulu? Watch it on Hulu for free, or watch it on Netflix for free. You know what I mean? But it has stopped doing that. And now it strictly either gives you the option to pay for the episode or the season. So I don't know. I think he's got the link, but I'm not expecting him for a little while longer. I was looking for something here. I had gotten some music. I had gotten some music from a viewer, Patty Burnett, and I can't remember the name of her business. I can't remember the name of her production company. She has a studio. And I'll see if I can find it. But she sent over a new song for her that they're putting out about roller skating. I thought it was pretty good. Let's see. This might be Pete Magazine. To say what show, Bright Computers, PJ Dakota. I'm seeing a roller skate there. Just skate, PJ Dakota. All right, let me put this up. Hold on a second. Let me figure out. I should be able to go here. What's it doing? Oh, right here. Okay, go here. Close this. And share screen. And tell the application window. And what am I trying to share? I am trying to share, not that. This is a Chrome tab. There we go. I want to share this. This is her Facebook page. And I want to see if she's posted the video on her page. I can't believe I can't find the video. Well, I don't know. Wow. Actually, wait a minute. It came to me before Thanksgiving. So let me see. Nope. 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 There we go. I think this is it. So I don't know if it's gonna play the video on the audio for you or not. Check it out. Give me
And we rolling. Wake up, yeah, come on, man. I got to tell you about this dream I had, man. We was skating, it was on the street, homeboy was coming down and sliding, man. It was so dope, man. Man, come on, we gotta go. We gotta go to we can do it, man. Let's just go skate, man. I'm telling you, man, it's so dope. You said they out here skating? Man, down the street, man. We got it. I'm telling you, man, it was so great. Oh my God. Okay.
What do you guys think? I liked it. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It reminded me of the 70s, the 80s, man. Hold on, we better get rid of this. What is this? What is this? We want to watch this one too? Uh-oh. Maybe we should. Let's do it. Let's watch it. Together.
Cheer team is saying you out there playing. I know you ain't crazy when you say I'm your lady. Do I have wrong impression? No truth to the discussions. My heart you're not testing. Better start you're headed for the countdown. You're headed for the countdown. You're headed for the countdown. You're headed for There should be a three. Hope still alive, 'cause 4, you ain't gonna make it to 5. Your Facebook says that you're single, and your MySpace says you like to mingle, and your cell phone displays an unknown number, and your Twitter says you're looking for a new lover. I don't wanna believe it. There's gotta be a reason for you to be creeping, lie to me and cheating, 'cause now you got me mad. Too late, you're turning back. Your loss not so sad. I was best you ever had. For the countdown, you're headed for the countdown. You're headed for the countdown. You're headed for the 1. You would do this to me, and 2, there should be a 3. Hope still alive, 'cause 4, you ain't gonna make it to 5. You say you're not undercover when your voicemail gives a second number. Please explain to me the lipstick on your collar. Motel receipts paid by the hour. If you can't comprehend, then read my lips. This is how it's going down, gon' handle this. Put it out in it open and it's made my hurt. You give new meaning to you, jerk. Let me help you sort together and pack your things. No longer buy your key the keys. So kick rock fools and don't get back. I'm better without you. You're headed for the countdown. You're headed for the countdown. You're headed for the countdown. You're headed for the 1. You can do this to me, and 2, there should be a 3. I hope still alive, 'cause 4, you ain't gonna make it to 5.
I don't know about that. That was kind of scary. Hold on, I put these headphones on so I wouldn't feedback, so I could listen to it. Quite a little different than the previous video we saw. Skate, a little bouncy, upbeat kind of thing, and this was not that. I gotta love her. That's Patty Barnett singing that song. She's the young lady that I was telling you about. She's got a production company here in Flint, and she's doing some stuff, man. I can see an audience for it. I can definitely see an audience for it. What do you guys think? Hit some comments. Let me know what you think about those 2 videos. Check out her Facebook page and subscribe, man. See what she's doing. Another Flint Folks Friday edition, I guess. We're gonna add her to the playlist, at least the skating one for sure. We'll add that to WFOV's playlist and get it out there as much as we can. Man. All right, so I talked about Apple. I talked about Borat. I talked about, what else did I talk about? I forgot already what I talked about. I introduced you to the dogs, so just let them out. Now they're back. Did I tell you that I got my whole yard fenced in? I got the whole property fenced in, so now I can just open the back door and let the animals out instead of having to go out and hook them onto the chain. And oh, what a mess that was. It has been a pleasure. The last week has just, and these guys are loving it because they get to go out a lot more often. They just ask and I take them. They just ask and I take them. So I'm thinking about my next adventure and what I want that to look like. And what I have decided is by the 30th of December, I am going to get my passport renewed. That's phase one. Phase one, get my passport renewed. And phase two is I am going to get a globe and I am going to put it in a prominent place in my office. And on occasion, I think I'm going to throw a dart at it. So it won't be an inflatable globe. It's going to have to be something with a little, maybe I have to throw magnets at it or something, get a metal one or something, get metal darts. I don't know. But I want to throw several darts at it. And then from those several landings, find some place to go. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I've been threatening to go to Fiji for 10 years now. And my sister kind of convinced me that it was a long way to go for a beach. But Marcus now, the youngest, just got back from Hawaii and he is smitten with Hawaii. He says he liked it a lot. And I said, you think about going back? Maybe go back for, a month and rent some kind of boat and just island hop. He said, well, the islands are a lot farther away than you think. It's not just like going across the Detroit River, 40-mile. He said it was a 40-minute plane ride to the nearest island, which would be the equivalent of probably 4 or 5 hours on a boat. And I said, and your point is what? In the South Pacific on a boat. Does it get any better than that? Headed to yeah. So I wouldn't mind a Chicago drive on a boat, depending on what kind of boat we got. I mean, a canoe might be a problem. Have to get something a little bigger than that, perhaps. I don't know. Well, you guys want to go? You want to join me on this adventure, and we can write it off? Maybe. I don't know. We should be able to. We should be able to, say the least. All right, so I did that and that. She's got a bunch of videos up here. I really want to jack back in and show you some more of her stuff. Maybe I'll just call this the Highlight Patty Barnett page show, since this is like the first one that allows me to play the audio too. I usually can't play the audio. There he is. It's Mr. Bulu.
It's Friday. Friday.
Somewhere. Hold on a minute. I gotta be able to hear you. I've had the volume off so that I wasn't disturbing myself. Just sing something, Timmy.
I said it's Friday. Friday.
That's what it looked like. You said, Timmy. And it looks like you're a couple of beverages ahead of me.
No, I actually just walked in the door. That's the first one. I just finished a 12-hour shift down at my Boy Scouts Christmas tree lot.
Oh, that's right. The Christmas trees are in. How's that going?
Today was day one, and it was pretty productive day.
So you made a lot of money, is what you're saying?
We pulled back in about 34% of our initial cash outlay.
On the first day, that's brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, that's doing really well. I'm thinking by tomorrow, this time we should be about 50% or more towards black ink.
Wow, that's great. That's great. How many days do you run it?
Until we run out of trees.
So you have enough trees to make a generous profit, I take it.
Yeah. This year we ordered 350 trees. Last year we had 335, and I want to say we sold out in 10 days. In 10 days.
So it's not unusual for you guys to sell out.
Yeah, well, now that we're established, it's not unusual. The first couple of years, the first year, we actually threw away almost 50 trees.
Wow. So what's the difference between then and now?
People know where we're at now and the quality of the trees we're buying, and they want our trees.
Okay, so do you hand pick these trees?
Now we have a vendor that we deal with up in West Jefferson, North Carolina, that was highly recommended, and their trees are so quality that I give them a deposit, usually April or May, to make sure I get first pick of the trees that they cut.
So how come I'm not seeing a tree behind you, Timmy? You would think that you would be the get the pick of the litter and would have a decorated tree already up in the crib as if for marketing
No,
purposes.
no, no.
No.
Oh, here, um, my wife is used to getting the tree Christmas Eve. So we try to delay as much as possible. But what I like to do is I like to look for that Charlie Brown that nobody else is going to buy, and that's the guy I buy and bring home.
Well, we have a similar tradition here at the Herring household. We get our Christmas tree on Christmas Eve, and we take it down on New Year's Day. When do you take your tree down?
Usually New Year's Day, she cleans the tree off and says, "Get rid of it."
Now, we started doing it for economic reasons. We found that on Christmas Eve at 8 o'clock, you could pretty much get a tree for $5. They're about to throw away 50 of them like you did.
Yeah, that's around my Christmas tree lot. When the times got that kind of desperate, it was known as Crazy Eddie time. Crazy Eddie showed up. Make me an offer.
Make me an offer. I know, man, and the boys loved it. The boys loved it.
One day it was Christmas Eve, and we still had like 5 or 6 trees left, and we're taking the lot apart. And I'm figuring, I called a couple of pastors in the area and a couple other people to see if they had anybody that couldn't afford a tree and that we could donate the trees to. And all of a sudden, we got down to 1 tree left. And I'm thinking, okay, no takers for this poor guy. He's going to go in the trash. And this guy pulls up and he looks at me. He says, "Will you take $15 for it?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Can you deliver it?" I said, "Yeah."
And you didn't just give it to him, Timmy. Come on now. What happened to your Christmas spirit? That guy should have had a free tree.
$15 covered the gas.
Where the guy live? In New Mexico?
No. That covered the gas for all the free deliveries I made.
Oh, nice.
If they're within a mile or two of the church, I deliver for free. But I got one customer that I will go out of my way for because he usually orders a $95 tree.
What's a $95 tree look like, Timmy?
$95 tree is at least 9 foot tall and so fat that I can only display 3 at a time under a 10 by 20 tent.
Wow. And how many of those do you order?
This year we ordered 10 of those, and then I stepped down. They call that 9 to 10 feet from my grower. Mm-hmm. And I stepped down to 8 to 9 feet because we had a bunch of customers that preferred something in the 8-foot range. And so I bought 20 of them that size. And I hate to say it, but I'll probably be sold out of all of them by Sunday afternoon.
Man. So can you call your
Nope.
Can you call your guy and get more?
Nope. You got to get your order right the first time because they sell 100% of their trees every year. They have to turn customers away, and that's why they get my deposit April or May.
Wow.
They go out and they put little engineers, different color engineer tags on the trees. So when I give them my order, they send their guy out and he ties off all my trees with my color.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'll tell you, they're a great great grower to do business with, and I've sent a couple of other Boy Scout troops to them that were having problems with their grower, and one of them they had to refuse because they couldn't supply, because this company also supplies Home Depot and Lowe's.
Okay.
So I've actually had my order come in at the tail end of a Home Depot order, which I prefer, because you know what happens when you come in at the tail end of a Home Depot order?
There's extra trees.
There's usually extra trees, and the driver ain't taking the trees back to North Carolina.
So, I mean, he gets to Home Depot and they say that's enough and
Yep.
we don't want any more?
Yep. Yeah. I don't know how you guys got that order. We didn't order that many trees or whatever.
Well, good for the Boy Scouts.
Then they
Right?
get
This all benefits the Boy Scouts, right?
Oh yeah, this 100% of the profits from this lot goes to paying the boys' way to summer camps and other scouting adventures.
Nice, man. I was dying here by myself. It's hard to be eclectic. It's hard to be eclectic by yourself. The next thing I was going to do is pick my nose. I didn't know what to do, Timmy.
Kind of like when some guy jumps in his Prius to go pick up his equipment somewhere and loses.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, exactly like that. Son of a gun.
Humana.
It did have enough sense to pull in 2 beverages. I don't know if you can see this or not.
Zona?
Zona's got a new beverage, and it's got Mandela on it. It's called African Robos Red Tea. Have you heard of it?
Nope.
Roibos. I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. African Rivals Tea. Red tea. It's bland, man. There's no flavor.
Yeah.
Not feeling it.
Not feeling it.
Although it
kind
of has the taste of one of those sticks. Have you ever seen the sticks that they chew on?
No.
Sassafras. Sassafras. That's what it is. A sassafras root. But just in case, I got to back up.
You got to back.
I got to back up. Wasn't sure if I was going to like that or not. So what'd you do for Thanksgiving?
You pick something new.
Right. Something new. What'd you do for Thanksgiving?
What I do for Thanksgiving, youngest son came home from college for Thanksgiving. The family was all together here. Sister Cindy came over, and eventually her daughter and husband showed up for a while. We, like I said, we did a small hotel turkey breast and mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes and dressing and all that good stuff.
Nice.
Sat here and watched football all day.
And so you don't do any cooking, I take it?
Me? Only if it's going to happen on the grill.
So that's all you just grill, huh?
Well, no, I cook in the kitchen too, but I'm not getting in that kitchen when people are trying to bake cakes and make mashed potatoes. There's only so much room in that kitchen. Even though that kitchen it used to be a 1-car garage, there's still only so much room in it. That's
what I'm thinking, Timmy. That's a big kitchen.
Yeah.
That's a big kitchen, and you're saying there's still no room in there for you to shuck the corn, huh?
There's no room for me and my wife to do our thing at the same time in that kitchen.
Well, I am just perplexed.
and the killer part is that I turned that formerly 1-car garage into a full kitchen because when we bought this house, it had what's called a galley kitchen, right? The thing is no more than about 5.5 feet across and about 8 feet deep. And the two of us in that galley kitchen, it was constant bum button.
Well, this is what we did, man. That's what we did for Thanksgiving right there, baby boy. Oh, my goodness.
You cooked that in your kitchen in a pot, right?
I had to buy the pot. We didn't even have a pot to cook in that was going to hold all that stuff.
Do you ever deal with any like catering rental places or party rental places?
Every once in a while. Every
All
once
right.
in a while.
The next time you think about doing something like that, I'm trying to remember what they call it. It's like a Swedish steamer or something like that. They call it,
Uh-huh.
but you can rent it, and it's like it's half moon on the bottom and half moon on the top, and you put all of your seafood into it and your corn and your sausage and everything, and you pour about a quart of water into it, put the lid on, light it up, and man, what a flavorful boil it gives you.
So it's all steamed. The
Yep.
nothing gets soggy from being in the water.
We did that for Heidi, and a friend of mine had the same birthday, have the same birthday. And so one year her husband and I got together and we started talking, and I knew a couple of guys that own lobster boats. So we decided we were going to do just a big clam boil for their birthday. He arranged to get a bushel of clams. I got 30 lobsters, and we bought some a bushel of corn and some sausages and threw it up in that thing. Dude, I'm talking lip smacking tender, delicious.
Well, I am not mad at you. I am not mad at you at all, because this was, I mean, I used to have my mother take me to Red Lobster
Uh-huh.
for my birthday dinner, and that was Red Lobster was the dress, you would dress up to go to Red Lobster. You know what I mean? You were going in jeans. It was church clothes to go to Red Lobster. So that's telling you how long ago it was. And then, of course, we moved there to Scituate, and I met Jim Sorrentino. You remember Soggy?
No.
I think he's got a plumbing or a electrical, mechanical business there in Scituate now. But he turned me on to the boil. It was after we moved from Scituate and I came back for a visit that he took me down to the harbor and to the back door of the little restaurant there, right across from the Gannett. What's the name of that one?
Down to the harbor.
No, what's that hotel as you enter the harbor?
Oh, okay. It used to be the I know the hotel you're talking about. It's down across from the town pier.
Right.
Yep.
So what was that restaurant right off the town pier?
Oh, right next to it used to be called the Harbor View. And the bar on the side was called the Grog Shop.
No, Harbor View was on land. It wasn't. The Harbor View was the one that me and Spen did the cobblestone walkway on.
No, the Harbor View was almost a pier out onto. It was on the same side as the town pier. You had the quarter deck, and then you had a little real estate agency, and then you had the Harbor View restaurant.
Okay, all right. Well, he took me in the back door of that place.
Okay,
and we got some lobster. Got a bushel basket of lobster. I mean, there must have been a dozen.
I used to wash dishes in that place.
Yeah, I think I did too. I can't remember the name of it. I didn't last long. I think Spen hired me out of that place.
Yeah, no, that was the Harbor View. I washed dishes out of that place just before I went in the Marine Corps.
Oh wow! Well, man,
that place is no more. It's still a restaurant, but it used to be on one side was the Harbor View, and you could either eat indoors or out on the patio. That was right on the water. Or next door was one of my father's favorite watering holes called the Grog Shop.
Okay.
And it was one of those places that you go in, and it had a 20-foot long bar with a bar going across the bottom there that guys would stand there and put their foot up on, and it had maybe 4 tables. The whole length of this place had maybe 4 tables in it.
In the whole place. That was like across the street from the package store, right?
Well, it was actually
Tedeschi's?
It was 2 doors down from Blanchard's Liquors.
Is it Black? Why did I say it was Tedeschi's?
Tedeschi's was a little further down the street. You're thinking about the liquor store that was down by the Five and Dime.
How old were we, Timmy?
Yeah, well, you got to know my background to know why I know all that, because my father lived in all those places, so I was well known in all those places. I couldn't get away before I turned 18. I couldn't get away. At that time, drinking age was still 18.
Right.
I couldn't get away with trying to walk into any of them places and buy before I was 18, because every one of them knew me. They knew my father. Well, even the Harbor View, right, and the grog shop, Harbor View. The guy that owned that, it's a guy named Steve. His son and I were in school together, elementary, middle school, high school together. So he knew how old I was, and it was surprised the hell out of me when I got home from the Marine Corps. I was only 17, and my father dragged me down there when I got home from boot camp, I should say. And, here I am walking in. I'm almost 2 months shy of my 18th birthday, and he pours me a beer. And I'm thinking to myself, this guy knows I'm only 17. But he poured me a beer.
Were you in uniform?
No, but he knew that I had just come home from boot camp.
I like that. I like that. He was showing you your props. He says you're a man now, regardless of what the law says. I like that. I like that a lot. How's COVID going down there, baby?
They keep telling me that the numbers are going up, and the numbers are going up as far as positive tests. But I know a lot more people are also getting tested. The major hospital down here in the Tampa area, that is the teaching hospital for the university I work at, they are now involved in 2 clinical trials for 2 different treatments once you have the COVID. And they've been named as a trial location for when Pfizer and the other company start with the vaccination testing.
Nice. So, how about the election? How are they taking it in St. Petersburg?
The what, huh?
The election?
The huh?
Come on now. Come on. How are they taking the changing of the guard?
I mean, you're always going to have those people that don't want to accept the results. But for the most part, everybody's like, all right, enough of this. Let's move on. Election settled. Let's move on. What's killing me is having Georgia just to our north in that runoff for the Senate. I open up my email, and thankfully I have that Yahoo account I use for my junk. And I open it up about 4 or 5 times a day, and every time I open it, I got 10 to 15 emails asking me for money to help in the Georgia Senate runoff.
Hey, we got somebody who wants to jack in. I hope it's not a bomb. Let's see who it is. Hey, welcome to the stream.
Windows in the future, don't go hard on me.
Yeah. No, he's got himself muted or herself muted. Windows, you got something to say? We're getting ready to wrap up here.
I guess not. Out.
I don't think he liked the way you look, Timmy. You got 30 seconds, baby. Say goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great week. I'm going to be late again next Friday.
I don't think so. We're gonna go live with you down at the Christmas tree store.
That's tough because that's cleanup time. That's when I'm trying to get those boys organized to get the place shut down so I can go home.
Well, here what we'll do is we'll make a donation, and you can assign one of the boys to be the cameraman, and you can keep doing what you do. You just gotta follow you around with your phone. That's all. All right, guys. As always, if you like to do what we do, Spectacle Productions is your place to do it. Determined to make a difference. And we need you to too. 810-239-2901. Timmy, what's the saying?
Live the life you're living just until you can live the life you'll enjoy.
I like the way you say that. Oh, and